Hi everyone, I brought you. It was not easy for me to get here, not like it used to be, to one of my favorite spots in the whole world. I think it always will be. This is who I am. This is a place that made me. This is my woods and my fields that I grew up in. Was my playground. A place where my family, my paternal family had been for 5 generations, 6 generations raised in this woods and in these fields. I'm going to take a little walk, so if it's a little jiggly, I'm sorry, but I feel of this place. I feel this place is part of my DNA. How can it not be? 5 generations of my grandfather's family, right? And before that, they were 3 generations before that. They were in Salem, Massachusetts, being part of the witch trials. So I am an 8th generation New Englander, and I feel it. I am not Native American, but I get it. 8 generations really gives you a sense, a place. It's a place you love. It's a place that's endearing. People ask me sometimes where I come from, and I say I come from the dirt around here. But then if I follow my mother's maternal line, then I am a 5th generation immigrant from what, when they left, would have been Prussia, which everybody knows of today as Germany. Germany-France border. The Black Forest region. So that's me. And this land, see, my grandfather, he was Scots, and he believed that if you took care of the land, it would take care of you. That was his life motto. And for the time, he had a lot to care for. Here are my crows. I used to have my horses out here. This was our pasture. And it covers many, many, many acres. I'll walk a little further and I'll turn around. And I know it's going to be jumpy because I'm walking, which in itself is amazing because this summer has been such a challenge. But out here I feel so alive. I feel this is me. This is who this is a place that made me fall in love with Mother Earth. how beautiful she really is, how special, how that we need to nurture. This land, we need to give back from what we take. I know if you all see this, you know that I'm preaching to the choir. But this is a very sacred place. A lot of sacred medicine. And it's probably been that way for ages. See the hill? And I'll tell you another little story. When I was probably 8 or 9 years old, we always walked along the brook, sometimes in the brook with Graham. And we were out here, and all of a sudden my mom, following for us, she drove out as far as she could, and she can drive out a ways. And came out to get us and said, "There's a moose in the field. There's a moose in the field." Well, yeah, so everybody was all upset about it because when I was a kid, the moose weren't down this far. They were usually up north, so it was kind of a rare thing. And for whatever friggin' goddamn reason, Fish and Game decided that they would tranquilize the moose and move it back up north. That very spot right there. I'll never forget that. They shot the moose supposedly with a tranquilizer. I knew the moose was dead. They'd killed it. They had over-tranquilized it. My grandmother was so upset. She was telling these friggin' people to get off her land. That they had no right being here. That they should have left that moose alone. And where that little Juniper is, where was it? Right here, we used to have a place for keep our stuff for our horses. And as you can see, it goes all the way down. Let's see if it. No, I don't want to. It must be. I don't want to. And I'll show you something else. I'll get down here. I'll probably eat up a lot of my recording, but that's alright. You see, I walked along and didn't even think about it. It's kind of grown up a little bit with the trees and all. Yes, I'm doing some deep breaths because here it is. So, here it is. I can't sit on it anymore. This is my mount. I believe there never used to be a tree here. This is my mounting block. I just step on that and get on the horses, especially if we didn't leave the pasture to ride. Sometimes we do that because we had so much room. We could ride for an hour or two just in here, just in the pasture. So, see what I mean? So, one more place. You see, I'm walking and talking. I'm not thinking about it. Thinking about aches and pains and my lovely issues. I'm just doing it. One more little spot. Oh, it's not little though. So, you guys got to go for a walk with me today. And this woman at 55, she can, don't do what I used to do, but I can still do. Coming through the gate. That was the end of the pasture. The old railroad bed. Down that way is my house. You can't see it from here, but just down there will road be. Okay. And here my stomach too. This is the rest of the farm. My cousin. Both of them. That's the farm. I gotta go, my cousin's coming.